Hi guys, welcome to our channel once again. Today I'm privileged to be in Signolo Secondary School. Remember the little girl, her name was Nicole Christine, who requested us to clear her fee balances. She was saying that the mom and the parents were going through financial constraints. So when she reached out to you, people came out in a big way and that fee balance was cleared. So another well-wisher gave me some money and told me to do some shopping and come in person and hand it over. And guess what, guys? I am privileged to have the deputy head teacher here. You will hear from her. And Madam Christine, we are all here. And I don't want to talk much. I think we'll hear from the girl herself and then the teacher and then the deputy teacher because she welcomed me here and I'm really privileged. Teacher, do we start with the student?
Yes.
Nicole just say something.
Yes, I would really like to appreciate you guys. I've received my gift and I'm here in school. I'm continuing with my academics and my school fees is cleared. I would like to work hard and get better grades in my KCSE exam, and I would also like to help someone in need in future.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you, Nicole. Teacher?
As teachers of Christian, we appreciate you guys for your gesture of kindness. It has been a very fascinating experience. You just coming out to help us, to help this young girl, a girl that is very disciplined and very hardworking. And we want to promise that on our part, we'll do our best to get the best out of her. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. So, come at the hour, come at the deputy teacher. It's your. Before we talk, thank you once again for receiving me.
Yes. On behalf of Signolo Girls Secondary School, my name is Joyce Mwandihi. I am the Deputy Principal in charge of administration. I just want to take this opportunity to really say a big thank you to all well-wishers who came out in large numbers to support our daughter here, Christine, so that she can go through her studies without interruption. And as Mwalimu has said, we are going to do our best and ensure that the best is gotten out of this girl. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. So guys, that is it. Thank you very much from the family of Freda Chando YouTube. You came out at a time. I know it was a sacrifice. May God bless you. May God replenish your account. And to Nicole and all the teachers, may God bless you too. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I want to agree with the sentiments from several Gen Zs who are saying that there can never be dialogue without justice. You know, in the past, William Ruto appeared as a man who listened to the people and a man who was ready to tone down and climb down. After several weeks of protests, William Ruto decided to withdraw the Finance Bill 2024. Then he gave us a raft of austerity measures, including reducing the number of government advisors. He suspended the money that is going into the offices of the First Lady and the Second Lady. And then yesterday, many were shocked that the president dissolved his cabinet. Today, the Inspector General, or the former Inspector General, Japhet Koome, a man who has soiled his hands in blood, also resigned. And I believe William Ruto told him that pressure is too much. You need to go for me to save my face. And at a certain point, I thought people would sympathize with William Ruto because he appeared as a man who had listened to the people. But then the events that have taken place just today reveals that this is a man who needs no sympathy. Let's face it. Because there are two types of killings that have been meted on our youth. And so even if you dissolve a cabinet that is already rotten, it will not pay for the lives who have been lost. Even if the former Inspector Japhet Koome resigned, this is not going to do any justice to the parents who lost their lives, ladies and gentlemen. On the day when the Gen Zs entered parliament, it was reported that several of them were killed. And then later that night, gunshots were heard in Githurai. In Kitengela, the same. But when William Ruto appeared on a national TV on a round-table interview with Joe Ageyo, Linus Kaikaya, he denied, and he was placing the number of deaths at a very small number. People were asking, just one life lost or just two lives too many? Now, today, there are shocking revelations that at Kware, near, I think that is near Mukuru Kwanjengo somewhere, at least 9 bodies were retrieved. That are 9 bodies that were wrapped in some sacks, and they were thrown in that quarry. And this is evidently a person who had choreographed and was trying to hide evidence. And people are largely linking the bodies to the killings that happened on that day. Because, you know, we receive a lot of calls and information, some of them that we need to verify. Some people are telling us, we are still looking for our children. There are people who have not known where the children are. Some are still, you know, banking on hopes that maybe the children just flee when they realized that they were being sought for. Because after that incident, the government unleashed an elite squad that were following them. And an example is the Danzel, the boy, I think is from JKUAT, who entered parliament. You remember the boy was saying, hapa ni wapi, mlisema tutaingia hapa, hapa ni wapi. You know, they had some feel-good moment. And the government appeared as if they had also retreated and they had forgiven their sins and life was moving on. Only to be told that that boy got missing, and after 3 days he was also found in a quarry. This quarry was full of water. And so we are told that the autopsy is revealing that he drowned. It seems someone that did not want to be linked to a police bullet decided they caught this boy and they cast him in that water and he died.
Tulikuwa tumeandamana hapa kama student leader wa Jomo Kenyatta University ambao tulikuwa tunaomba Denzel, haki ya Denzel iweze kuonekana pamoja na sisi kwa sababu walikataa kuongea. So ndio maana tuko hapa na tumesema hatuendi kuchoka, tuko hapa hadi siku yenye wataongea na sisi.
And after post-mortem, we are being told that he sworn. If he sworn, the post-mortem says he was there for 3 days. About the other 3 days, where was he? What has brought him to the streets is that the DCI are taking this matter slowly. Denzel was a son to somebody. A father invested in him. A parent had hopes in him. Parents sold everything to bring the son in school, only to be called that your son is dead. Only to carry the son back home in a casket. Which Kenya are we? When will we stop with justifying power? Mimi kitu naweza waambia, imetuma kama comrades. Watu wanakufa, watu wanauawa, watu wanaabductiwa, watu wanatupwa, watu wanakejeliwa. Kenya tunataka ni kuwa Denzel afanyiwe justice. Hatua ijulikane. And other fallen soldiers, we are here, we are the Gen Z, we are the leaders of tomorrow. We feel the pain of our parents.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know we cannot pacify this situation in any way. Just by dissolving the cabinet, telling the former Inspector General Japhet Koome to resign can never do justice. And that is why we are saying that despite doing all this, the only thing that will justify that William Ruto is serious on this, why is Koome resigning? There was pressure that he had soiled his hands in blood. He was responsible for the killings of the generation that went on the street during Azimio protests. Nothing happened. A letter was written even to the ICC, International Criminal Court in Netherlands. Nothing happened. Now, young people who went there without any weapons, just carrying placards and a whistle sometimes and a flag, were butchered like flies. And now we are told that since Japhet Koome has resigned, then we can now dialogue with William Ruto, then we can now forgive him, and we can now, give him a clean bill of health to run the government. If you ask me, even if you wanted to forgive William Ruto, sometimes you are taken aback. How do you forgive someone who is the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces? Kenya Navy, Kenya Army, Kenya Air Force, the police, GSU, name it. He's the commander-in-chief. Who is going to compensate for the lives that have been lost? Who is going to stand for the parents who are now mourning their children? Apart from just killing them on that day, why do you follow? Because they followed, somebody like Denzel was followed after the incident. It was gone. When they were killed on the day, I think they would have just left Denzel to carry on with his life. Why follow him after the incident? And this is why I'm telling you that it's not going to be easy. And Gen Zs are saying that it is either William Ruto himself who is going to resign, or he must demonstrate with, beyond reasonable doubt, that is not part and parcel of this, by bringing Japhet Koome to be charged. All the killer squad that have perpetrated all these atrocities must be brought to book. Every bullet that was used on our young people or any Kenyan during the demonstration, including that young boy who was regaled with 8 bullets, a 12-year-old boy. We cannot wish this away and just say that now we need to talk, that now life needs to move on. No. That has been the trend. People are killed on the streets. People sit somewhere to talk, yet there is no justice. If you start, scrutinizing the lives that have been lost by the trigger-happy policemen who just fire anyhowly since the demonstration, the subsequent demonstrations, and then people end up talking, but there is no justice. That is why I agree with people who are saying there can never be dialogue without justice. Yes, William Ruto has tried, but the more fundamental question that people are asking, what about justice? What about justice? Lives have been lost. Is he saying anything about it? And how many more bodies don't we know about? This was just detected. How many more bodies don't we, know where they are? William Ruto was denying it, and he was saying that the Kenya National Commission of Human Rights was lying. Now we are retrieving very many bodies. Can you imagine 9 bodies that had not been identified? Because I understand, to the best of my knowledge, if policemen pick bodies that they are not aware of, the bodies will be taken to city mortuary so that the parents can find them there. Why do you think it prompted someone to go and hide the bodies in a quarry? What was this person up to? What was he hiding? Who is this one person who can kill 9 bodies, wrap them in some sacks and throw them without the knowledge of the police? We have the Department of Intelligence that understands what is happening at a particular moment. Because if William Ruto is going to explain to us that he sits in a government where someone who is not part of the government can kill over, let's just talk even of 3 people only. You can kill 3 people without the knowledge of the government, you throw them, you hide them, and you're not detected, then that alone proves that he's got no business being in that seat. He swore to protect lives and property. Who did it? If he's not the one, then he should tell us who is the one. And that's why I'm saying that Gen Zs have made a U-turn and they're saying Ruto must go. I thought for a moment that maybe by dissolving the cabinet, by sacking IG Koome, maybe we could forgive him. But now I'm thinking that, what about the blood that was that's flowing, the blood that is crying out for justice? Ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me, there is more than meets the eye. I don't think there's any need for dialogue. If we need to dialogue, then we must know who killed and what is being done to them. I don't know what to think, but that is my take.